5 years from now, I gotta be.
Close those eyes.
I gotta be.
Dream big.
I gotta be 3 Grammys deep, baby. I gotta be 3 Grammys deep. 3 of them. I need to be 3 Grammys deep. I do this, baby, I ain't really gotta go prove shit. I do go stupid every time, anytime I'm in the booth. And I know they hate me, cause the nigga been poppin' lately. I do this, girl, you know what it is. I do this, baby, I ain't really gotta go prove shit. I do go stupid every time, anytime I'm in the booth. And I know they hate me, cause the nigga been poppin' lately. I do go stupid, I do this, I do.
Get down, stay down. To the beat.
Welcome all to Down to the Beat. We've got a very special episode coming with you. We are here with our soon-to-be friend, we hope, after this interview, Trapstrrr. Trapstrrr, could you
Shut up, Trapstrrr.
Just give us a little introduction. Tell us all about yourself.
First things first, we champions, baby. So I have to say it today, guys.
Shout out.
That's the first thing I have to say. And I'm just Trapstrrr from Ajax 905, man. From the other side of the planet, where it feels like, shoot, man. But, you know, it's not much to me. I'm a rapper.
Word. You were saying
like that. Nice and simple. So you're here with your host with the most, John and
the Fika dudes. What's up? AKA Feeks, AKA Chow Stacks, AKA Chow Honey. You know how we do. It's Down to the Beat. We got a special guest today, man.
And we've got a very exciting episode coming up for you guys. So yeah, we'll start from your start. That's what we're gonna start at with this interview. So first question, how and where did you start? Like how did this all come about?
This all started with production. I did music production first. I got into it in when I was in grade 6 or something like that. My brother showed me a beat making program. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And it was just me getting to learn the program first, messing around with it. And then I dropped it. And then I was telling one of my friends in high school how I used to make beats and I have the ability to make beats, you know what I mean? And he's just like, oh, if you make beats, drop one. And that made me think about it, drop one, just drop one. And I actually really learned the program. I learned certain I learned certain music theory and shit like that.
You studied this shit.
I studied this stuff, man. And then made my first beat, dropped it on SoundCloud. It was
How old were you?
From there, 15, 14.
Sick,
yeah.
Damn. So you've been doing this.
I've been doing this, man. Shoot.
It's inspirational, bro.
Yeah.
So our next question was going to be did you start producing or rapping? That kind of answers that.
Yeah.
So how shortly after that did you get into rapping?
I got into rapping just about 2 years ago, I'd say. Basically what had happened. I always wanted to rap, right? I always wanted to rap because, you're producing and you're just sitting there.
You have the idea for your own beat.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So you're sitting there, you're like I could make this song a hit right now. You know what I mean? And it's just that aspect of it made me actually start rapping. And I knew I could have a little singing voice, And that's what really made me want to do it.
Because you killed all the hooks.
That's
the hook,
fucking nasty hook, man. So far, what's the moment that you can look back on or that you are looking forward to that you're most proud of? Or what?
Because, man, you've been doing well, man. We see your YouTube videos. Some got 100,000 SoundCloud. You're killing it. It's impressive stuff.
You got numbers, bro. You got numbers.
What was the question again?
What's the biggest thing that's happened to you?
There you go. The biggest thing the thing that I'm most proud of.
It's a better way to put it.
It was definitely doing 100K. and trust the process. Like these are things that I'm proud of so far. There's definitely goals.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
course,
you know,
yeah.
definitely goals I want to reach. But of course, you gotta have your little celebrations. You know what I mean? 100K to me, like doing
objectives.
That. Of course, you know exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So reaching that 100K on trust the process, to me, that was like.
How'd you do that, man? It's like people just genuinely listen.
That's the crazy. That's what me and Slim were talking about. How the numbers we have are so organic. You know what I mean? It's not
like you guys just going to go play that
exactly.
shit.
You know what I mean?
We're not. Hey, check out my SoundCloud.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We're not forcing it on people. It's almost like if you like the music, like, you know, you like the music and people like the music. Just resonate.
And do you find that that's how it happens more so than forcing it? Like, that's how you find your success is just being out there and making music that you enjoy.
So forcing it on people, it's like, I feel like that's not, if people want to listen to the music, they'll listen to the music. You know what I mean? I feel like it just comes about, first people got to give you that first try. And I believe you have to put something in that song early in the song.
To prove yourself.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Just to make them stay and listen, you know, like, you know, I hear something I like right now. Let me stick out throughout the song, hear the rest of the song, finish it. They like it, you know?
What's like the one track that you can think back to of yours that like you can kind of credit that success to?
Which one blew up?
It was Trust the Process.
Trust the Process, yeah.
It was the first song ever, yeah. It was like, me and Slim just knew like right away. Like we were like, if this isn't like, you know, if this doesn't do 100K, they hate us. Like, you know what I mean? It's just people now wanting to listen to us. Like, this is a good song, you know what I mean? That's really what it came down to.
Damn, man. That's amazing. And just, you know, because obviously you got big things coming up. So what would you say, like, what you got planned? You know what I mean? What you most excited for?
Like, what's your year looking like?
What's coming up, bro? You working on anything? You cooking?
Is it a secret?
Actually,
I got some.
Actually, hold that thought. We'll answer that question in a second. I actually wanted to ask you earlier. What do you prefer? What do you feel like you're strongest at? Rapping or producing?
Yeah, good question.
You got me in a twist. Yeah. I think honestly, I just have a niche for sound. You know what I mean? You know, like just for sounds in general. I feel like maybe finding like. It's hard to say. Writing music would be, I'd say I'm definitely better at producing than writing music. You know what I mean? Like, it takes time for me to actually like write down stuff. You know what I mean?
Especially if you have a message, right?
Exactly.
Like
I don't ever want to just be saying gibberish. You know what I mean? I want everything to follow the song. You know what I mean?
That's hype. I respect that. I respect that.
So it's like writing takes a little bit longer. But I could say, you know, definitely producing. You know, I've been doing this for longer.
It's your roots, right? It's your roots. It's your roots.
It's like Kanye, bro. That's what you best at, you know?
Exactly.
But you still kill it with the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, So back to the OG question that I asked. Plans, man. Like, what you got going on?
My 2019 and my 2018 or my 2020. Shoot.
Yeah, let's get 1 year from now. Where do you see yourself? Or what do you want? Like, what do you want to have?
I see myself for like 5 more videos deep.
Decent.
6 more videos deep.
Decent.
A whole tape out. A whole mixtape out. A 12-track tape out.
Yeah, that's the thing also because you don't really have your own solo project out, huh?
No solo project.
Do a lot of singles.
Yeah, a lot of singles,
collabs, etc.
Yeah, no solo stuff isn't becoming now. It's just
you just dropped a recent one. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. Apologize. Sick ass track, man.
Like
yeah,
I appreciate that. That track's one of my favorite tracks that I made to date for sure.
Oh, word.
Definitely Silly Me is my favorite track.
Hey, with the cloud.
Out there.
You know, to be honest, I make my own covers too. You know, it's
like, nice.
There's a whole like I have this whole vision, man.
Independent. You got a team.
So you're producing, writing, singing, and creating your art for yourself.
Yeah, I have to, bro. Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, man.
How does that like? What's your mind look like? Like in what? Like you know what I mean? Like
scribbles. Like, you know, if I had to just take a piece of paper with like different colored crayons and just scribble.
So are you walking around all the time with your phone out, like just writing down every idea you have, like a notepad kind of deal, or?
You're going to catch me with my phone out doing something for sure. Yeah. Like, either like I'm listening to unfinished songs, just finishing them right then and there. Like, you know, just walking. Yeah. Like, you know, you would catch me with my phone out writing a couple lyrics, writing whatever ideas pop into my head and all of that stuff, you know?
So what part of this year coming up are you most excited for, do you think?
I'm excited for August.
August. You got something planned for August.
Is it a secret? Is it a secret?
It's secret. Yeah, it's a secret. You know, let me hold it. Yeah,
you can't even give us a little hint. No, don't ruin it.
You know what?
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Don't ruining. You know what, guys? Actually, I could say this. I could say movie alert.
Okay.
I could say that.
Okay. All right.
Shout
Okay.
out.
Y'all
Shout
listening
out.
here, you heard it here first. Movie alert coming out in
Movie
August.
alert, bro.
So
Alright, so you work in obviously I don't want to necessarily categorize you, but you know, GTA rap scene.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that shit, man? How do you feel about the scene, the people that are out
I
here also
think-
trying to make it like you? You know what I mean? Do you think these niggas are whack?
Personally, this is what I'm gonna say. There's never been so much talent on the scene right now, right?
Hey.
There's so much talent on the scene right now. It's just the fact of the matter. Everyone's so egotistical, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to collab with each other.
Word.
Everyone thinks because I'm so and so, I shouldn't work with so and so. And there's so much politics. That's really what it comes down to, you know?
So it's nice to hear someone actually in the game have that take. The just to be able to say that we have such a talented scene here, right? Why do you think the reason is that people are so reluctant to team up and
Egos,
It's
bro.
you know, it's the fact that we never had any, like Toronto, we never had anything since like, you know, it's 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you know what I mean?
the
We never
underground rap scene in Toronto?
Yeah, like, you know, we didn't have anything. Like we didn't
We had Drake, we had The Weeknd, but
Exactly.
like we didn't have the like
Houdinis and the
Top
so-and-sos.
fives,
Yeah,
the,
like,
you
you
know
know
what
what
I
I mean?
mean?
Yeah, like, you know, we didn't have those. Like, we didn't have
Mhm.
any of that. We didn't have like somebody to look like. I can't explain it. We didn't have our own scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost like Chicago had their own scene. Little Dirk, Chief Keef.
Word.
You
Yeah,
know what
exactly.
I mean? Her before they all became mainstream, they were all underground, but they were famous where they were from. You know what I mean? They
What
were the
about Pressa,
guy.
man? Pressa
and
was
now
out
you're
I
here.
starting
fuck
to,
with Pressa,
yeah,
yeah.
now you're starting to see that too with like Killy, like
Exactly,
like
Killy, Pressa, yeah.
right?
You know, they're all doing 3, 4, 5 million, 10 million. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they're
They're
killing
killing
it,
it.
man.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think it's because of the fact that we never had that. People don't know how to act. You know what I mean? People just don't know how to act. Just like,
So how do you think it's evolved from your point of view, like what you've watched?
man, people are showing love more and more. Like the regular, you know, the average Joe in the city, they're starting to show love more and more.
Word, support,
like,
man.
Yeah, support. Like,
Bringing
that's
people
what
up from their own. Word.
Do you find it's like it's a very oversaturated scene?
I was gonna say that. To be
Like-
honest, there's a bunch of people that sound like each other. You know what I mean?
Because
Word.
yeah, you hear a lot now that like
I didn't even know what saturated meant.
you know
It is.
you know just like like Toronto rap does have a very distinct sound, just like how Chicago drill rap had a very
Yeah,
distinct sound,
yeah.
right? Just going back to your last example. So do you think that with that, like someone sees your name, Toronto, behind it, they can kind of they'll sort of have this idea that you're just gonna sound like everyone else?
Almost like
I
deep-
hear you saying like there's almost like this Toronto subgenre. I know what you're saying.
Mhm.
Like there is, and people will do that. You know what I mean? It's just
Mhm.
like human nature to
Yeah.
assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. It's like small fish in a big pond. vibes, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So I feel like they just got to give a chance. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Just listen to
yeah.
the rest of the song. Don't just look at my name and assume anything. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Or look
for
where I'm
sure.
Yeah,
from
like, you know,
also.
don't
Yeah.
just like, got to give them a chance.
Word, man. 100%.
So do you think there's like a stigma that kind of comes with it then? Like if you say I'm a rapper from Toronto, do you think people are gonna kind of turn up their nose and be like, oh,
For sure.
Okay.
Like already, even like if people don't know who it's always this. It's like the most passive aggressive stuff. It's always like I didn't even know you were that good.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
wow, your music's actually nice. You know, like whoa, like you're actually good. Like I'm like. I'm actually good at like, you know what I mean?
It's like,
I'm
I
like, what
keep
was that?
sleeping
You
on
know
you.
what I mean?
actually,
Yeah,
I'm just
like-
actually fucking
you know what
good.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Nah,
like
let them sleep.
what
Let
do you
them
think of me
sleep.
before? Like before you heard the music, what was running through your brain? You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's how I see it. And it's like, of course, people are gonna make those stigmas up. They're
Yeah,
just-
then they also just make like I ain't trying to go too deep into like racial shit, but like, you know, just the typical black dude from Toronto, you know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
Toronto
yeah,
man.
this guy with
Not
braids,
in-
like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
dog,
Oh,
like,
he's just a rapper.
then you come
like,
up
you know
with
what
it,
I mean?
and then now they praising you. They
Exactly,
buying
man.
for
It's
your,
just
they paying
crazy.
for your shows, man.
That's
Paying
it.
tickets for
Where
your
do you
shows.
think that where do you think that Toronto kind of gained its traction? Was it Drake? Was it
Oh yeah,
was it Weeknd? Was it Nav? Like where
I'll
did
give
we
credit. I'll give credit to. I'm gonna give credit 100%. Actually, I can't even give 100% credit to Drake, but Drake did a lot.
You a
Even though-
Drake fan?
I'm a big time Drake fan. I'm not gonna
Word.
sit here and like act like I'm not a
Word.
Drake fan. You know what I mean? I'm a Drake fan. Like
Yeah,
this guy is
word.
good. And I can tell you why I'm a Drake fan. You know what I mean? I'm not
Word.
just a Drake fan because he's from
Yeah,
the city.
yeah.
You know what I
Word.
mean? It's
No,
like
respect.
Drake's actually really good at what he does.
Yeah,
And Drake, I'd give him credit for opening up the city.
Oh yeah,
a lot more. You know what I mean? He like people don't want to give him credit. They're like,
I mean, when you're at the top, man, you know they always
you can't please everybody.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
You know, you're at the top. You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
But it's like this guy opened up. It's like open season for all of us now. You know what I mean? Like it's open season for all of us. Like this guy made it so possible for us to actually eat. You know
take y'all small niggas seriously.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like.
Man, and also going on to collaborations, we know you've worked with Slim Dinero, but I just want to know, have you been working with anyone else lately?
I'm working...
you fuck with also, especially.
I have a track with a guy named Dopey. Shout out Dopey.
Word.
I have a...
This is also on your iTunes, I think, right?
That track? Oh, no, it's not even out yet. These are just collabs that are like on its way out. The next collab I have with... I have a collab with a guy named Shifty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Also from Toronto, where you're from, Ajax?
I think he's from... I don't even know where he's from, to be honest with you. He just hit me up one day and he's like, yeah, I fuck with your music. I was like, yeah, bro, nice.
So, I listened to your track with Camel on the way up there, too. I like that track.
Yeah. 2/3?
Pardon?
2/3, right?
Yes, yeah. But underneath that, like I was just going through your SoundCloud, and there was a lot of like you had a couple of tracks that you were just pretty much just strictly you were just a producer on.
Oh yeah.
So do you find that you're getting reached out to more as a producer or as a collaborating artist?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, like people are wanting Trappy's beats.
Yeah, people want. Yeah, they're a little high in demand right now. You know, like
that's dope, man. Charge them for them beats.
You know, for real. But the thing is, people don't want to pay. People think beats are free. Yeah, I can't explain it, man. People just.
Why do you think that is?
It's because they don't know what goes into making a beat. They don't know what goes into making a beat. You know what I mean? They don't know.
They think you can just make it and send it.
Just in the snap of thing. They know because I have the ability to make a beat. I can make a beat in 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Damn.
You know, granted, it might not be the best beat here. You know what I mean? But I can give you a beat in 10 minutes, right? And the fact that people just know I can do that.
Makes it like, think that, like, oh, it's not any of your time, so it shouldn't be any of my money.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But it's not, that's not how the world works.
Do you think that's like,
craft, man?
I don't know, for you, you're obviously a very gifted producer since you've been doing it for so long. Like, do you think that that's kind of lost on some people too? Is like how long it's taken you to perfect or get to how good as you are that people, now, is it like somewhat insulting that someone's just like, I want a free beat because.
Exactly, it is. I worked this X amount of hours to even know how to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, if you don't want to pay it, right? Learn how to do it yourself. That's what I did, right? I didn't want to buy beats. I'm going to learn how to do it myself.
That's the way to do it, man. Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to pay a recording engineer, so I learned how to record myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the simple stuff. That's how I looked at it. You got to use the best of your resources.
You want to do
if they can do it, you can do it too, right?
Simple as that.
You want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Exactly.
So, are your beats normally just like being asked for by people in the GTA? Do you find?
They can mainly in the GTA. Yeah. It can range though. I've gotten a few American requests.
How are you getting your name out there, like into the GTA and outside of it even? Like how? I just want to know, like
social media vibe.
Promotion wise, I could definitely like do a lot better promotion wise, like just on posting my name more. But really, it's authenticity. It comes to authenticity for me.
Right.
I just
you may not also be like that social media person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm not too much like. I'm not too much into social media.
Guy.
Like, you know.
Word. I respect that.
So you've not done like any like 6 Buzz shout outs or anything.
I've gotten a few of those.
I was actually gonna mention that on SoundCloud, I see some of your tracks with 6 Buzz covers, and that's insane.
Yeah,
dude. Like, that's awesome.
6 Buzz. Shout out 6 Buzz, man.
I was just about to ask, what's your take on 6 Buzz?
My take on 6 Buzz?
Yeah, what's your opinion on 6 Buzz?
6 Buzz is one of the healthier blogs for the culture, but can be like
a young world star almost.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like it's a platform as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? It's a platform, and like they're doing things right up there to a degree. It's just all a business aspect. You know what I mean? I could tell there's certain things certain business moves they'll do, right? That people just necessarily won't agree with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like you see it with World Star, or at least I used to see it with World Star, is that you see these dudes who are
like just extra though.
Yeah, World Star is so extra. Like I had to unfollow World Star. It's so extra, right?
Too many.
Like I'm on this for like I want to see like I liked the aspect that you get like these underground rappers posted every night because people are doing promos. But I didn't like every night before I go to bed I'm getting World Star Fitness Girl of the Day.
Yeah,
like, and you're like,
okay,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
like,
no.
this is World Star Hip Hop. This is
Yeah.
not like World Star
Fitness,
like,
whatever it
You
Shut
is.
see
up.
chicks shaking their booty on that
Yeah,
shit.
like, man,
I ain't
like-
complaining about that though.
I get it. No, but this is what I realize is they're just trying to like, it's content from all angles, right? And they're trying to basically like, you
yeah,
know, they're just
word.
trying to get content for everybody, you know?
That's what I like about Six. My bad. That's what I like about Six Buzz, man. It's like, it's a bit more. It's actually not a bit more. It's hella more focused on Toronto. Like, you
Yeah,
know, World,
for sure.
World Star is everything.
Yeah.
Like Six Buzz is strict.
Yeah.
I say that. I say it's the like I've said that it's kind of like Canada's World Star,
It is Canada,
but
sure,
it's a lot.
I just followed it recently also because I'm not from here. So I saw
okay.
1.1 mil and they private also. If you don't follow them, they
it's
private.
like it's just it's a weird place because you do have it's a very large thing, and it's I think it's grown a lot bigger than they had thought it was going to.
Yeah,
as quick.
100%. Yeah, like
Because now it's a lot of promotions. It's just huge. It's larger than life, right?
Yeah.
Like it's big. And I don't know. Now they're just trying to keep up, I feel like, with a lot of just the content that they can keep relevant, right?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's them trying to keep the page alive. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And you can't blame them for doing what they're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like these guys, and they're making moves behind the scenes that nobody even knows.
No,
about,
exactly.
You know what I mean, it's like stuff like
They're
like,
dropping mixtapes.
yeah, bro.
Like they're doing, I think they do shows too.
They
like,
do shows, bringing cities, like they bring artists together, like you know what I mean,
OGs
telling
moving
artists to
silence like
collab.
lasagna, bro.
You know, like there's gonna be people that hate on them, but like they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're doing everything right.
Yeah,
What
you're
do you-
always gonna have haters.
You know,
What do you think it means for Toronto's like rap scene, like Six Buzz?
Six
Like,
Buzz?
what do you think it's doing for them?
that's that. Like people don't even want to give credit to Six Buzz either. Like Six Buzz did so much for so many people, and
Wow.
they don't even want to like.
Give
People
thanks
get
to
so like.
ego, bro.
Yeah,
they
it's like
just-
they're hurt by the fact that somebody helped them. They don't want to be able to
Yeah.
say somebody helped them, man. You
Damn.
can't do this stuff alone, man. You cannot
That's
do this
that's
stuff
true,
alone,
man.
You
Yeah.
can't do this. You're gonna always have to credit somebody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how I see it.
So like that goes back to like, another thing. You say you do your shit one man and stuff like that, but do you
Yeah.
also have like a team behind you, like, you know, publicists?
There's no-
nothing
You pulled up
do?
here with a group of dudes, like, are any of those
this is-
guys like behind you? Like,
Those are all just my guys.
Those are just your
man.
boys,
It's the
eh?
squad,
It's your entourage.
Family in the squad.
Family, yeah, we
man.
met your cousin,
Yeah.
Beauty.
Um,
Yeah, my bad. Back to the music though.
Yeah.
Your videos, man. Your videos are dope. I
Appreciate
love
it,
it. There's
man.
this one with Slim Dinero. It just slipped my name. It starts-
Pretend.
man.
Yeah,
Those
pretend.
shawties are
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
in that video. That was hype, bro.
Shout out Two Tab, man. Two Tab was the guy who filmed that, man.
Directed?
He's-
Yeah.
that was.
man.
I thought the production on that video was
It was
sick.
insane. It was legit.
like the
bro.
actual beat.
The act, like the video,
Music
like
video.
Oh, the video,
where
yeah.
like just like you had like the black pole or the
Yeah,
black
the
turtleneck,
turtleneck,
and it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
The
snowing
Travis
lightly.
braids.
Just,
When it started snowing, I'm like, yo, G, get this on film, bro. I'm like, yo, get this on film right now, bro. It's snowing
yeah,
perfect,
it
bro.
looks so
Yeah,
bad.
like
It was like the perfect like Drake started from the bottom type
yeah,
snow.
like, you know, yeah, he's standing beside the Rolls Royce, yeah, like you know,
But
something
it
like
was
that.
just
Vision.
coming down lightly. How do you like making videos?
I love making videos. Man. They're a little costly, but
Oh,
I love
word,
making videos.
word.
It's not even like I could drop a video easily like once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I
Damn.
could drop a video once every week.
'Cause you-
already.
I think you can tell kind of which ones are which ones are going to cost you a bit more. Like the pretend one.
Yeah,
I think that one I could tell is probably a pretty pricey
It
video.
was a high budget.
But then you
know?
see like I do.
I do wasn't as
It wasn't
that
as
was a bang.
costly.
That's
as
my
like
favorite.
that.
One of my favorite tracks.
That's
by the
right.
way,
Yeah,
man.
we'll talk
You
about
killed that too.
self-explanatory a little bit more in a little bit. But that song off that's my track when I go through it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Also, man, and another thing. This is a pretty big question for me. It's what it just gives me a deeper look into the artist. Who do you draw inspiration from, man? Who made you want to do
I
this?
love-
You know
where?
what I'm
Who
saying?
or where?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where even,
I
yeah.
love good music. Like I couldn't.
Yeezy,
you know,
Yeezy. Shout
I love
out,
good
man.
music,
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Like Kanye is
The
Kanye's
dog, man.
crazy, man.
Right.
Kanye, Scott for sure.
Yeah, shout out Scott.
And basically I draw inspiration from like guys who are just sonically like nice
Sound.
with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Really
Yeah, like
just-
you know, there's just melodically everything about them. It's like now we're not even talking about words anymore. We're just talking
Yeah.
about stuff that can make anybody
Even
feel
just
So
something.
the
their
ones that make
appearance
your
stuff.
hair stand up,
Exactly,
right? Like
you know
just
what I
like
mean?
a song where you're just like, whoa.
Holy,
Oh.
yeah. How do you sound like that,
My
man? How
nipples
do you
just
sound
got hurt
like
for some reason. Like, what the fuck?
You know, like The Weeknd, I definitely draw inspiration from for sure.
That's
like I
hype.
love The Weeknd.
That's
Man.
Do you find you
Early
draw a
work.
lot of inspiration from Toronto and the GTA?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I love this place, man. I love this place.
Who from around here that you're really like grooving on, or who are those people that you're talking to often, or is that mentoring you to a point where you are just building yourself off of what they're helping you with?
I could definitely almost say that, bro, I had no mentor in this. Like, I had to learn all this stuff myself, teach myself all this stuff, you know?
So going back to collaborations and inspiration, if there were 3 people that you had to collaborate with,
right now,
who would they be?
Alive or dead?
Dead or alive?
And
Anywhere,
man.
anywhere in the world.
Did you say produce for? Or
No,
just
we'll do
make
that one in a second.
Okay.
We'll do that one in a second.
this is tough, man. Shoot. 3 people. Okay.
3 people.
Boom. We're gonna go 1. Boom, Drake. 'Cause
Word.
That's a number 1 hit right there.
That's what's bringing in the
Yeah.
funds.
Yeah.
Trappy on the hook.
Okay, boom.
Drake on the verse.
Number 2. If we're talking about getting a bag, we can talk about DJ Khaled.
Anything though. Oh,
DJ
We can talk about DJ Khaled collab, you know what I mean?
Lawson with a side, bro.
Real shit, you know?
Posted word.
If we're talking about, so I'm gonna say Drake. On a real actual note, Drake,
Word.
The Weeknd, and Travis Scott right now.
Respect,
Yeah.
man. You
And
fucked with
that's-
Astroworld?
I fucked with Astroworld.
Yeah.
I fucked with
Astroworld
Astroworld.
or Birds in the Trap? Sing McKnight.
Birds in the Trap.
Birds in the
Birds
Trap.
in the Trap,
for
to be
sure.
honest, yeah.
That was my
Birds
shit.
Birds in the
bro.
Trap or Rodeo.
Definitely Rodeo. Actually, no. Birds in the Trap.
Birds in the Trap,
yeah.
bro.
Birds in the Trap.
Yeah.
Birds in the
But
Trap.
hey, shout out to Radio.
It was before Rodeo, before anything.
Yeah,
Over
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, straight
That's a
up.
given. That's all I want to hear.
It's such a good question. I forget what it was.
Was it producing?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Producing,
Who
yeah.
would you like to produce for, man?
Yeah,
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. 3 people I produced for it.
Yeah.
Number 1 on this list, Young Jeezy.
Really? Why is that?
My president
Jeezy,
is black, my
listen,
Lambo is blue,
my whole
nigga.
trap, this whole trap star persona came from me being like making trap beats, you know what I mean? This is
Word.
whole like I started off as trappy, you know what I mean? That's
Oh,
like,
yeah, we saw that
that's
actually.
trappy, you know, that's what all
Some
my friends
everybody
call me.
is-
That's what everybody calls me. You know what I mean?
Everybody
Word.
says you've gone through a couple names, but
Yeah.
Trappy's still the consistent one
Yeah,
that you go
like you
by.
know, Trappy was the one who's like, yeah,
And
like,
Jeezy's trap, bro.
that's like exactly.
Jeezy's
That's just,
trap.
this is like original
Word,
trap
bro, like
music,
T.I.,
you know what I mean?
all
Yeah.
those, the OGs,
The
man.
OGs,
like, for real.
exactly.
Nah,
So definitely Young Jeezy's up there.
respect, man.
Young
I like
Jeezy.
that answer.
for sure.
Rick Ross.
Hey, this
Ross,
guy's
man.
dropping
Hey.
gems, bro.
Come on, man. Ross, man. Come on. These guys are guys,
Word, bro.
bro. Who else? Ross, Jeezy. And this is tough. This is tough. I say Drake for the 3rd one just to make it
word,
easy.
word.
You know?
No,
Hey,
respect,
stay true to your
respect,
roots.
yeah.
Stay true to your
Yeah,
roots,
you
for
know,
sure. So would you? I just want to know how you classify yourself. You're a Toronto rapper, but are
Yeah.
you a Toronto trapper, a Toronto rapper, Toronto producer /
I'm just a Toronto creative, man.
There we
You
go,
know what I mean?
man.
Just
Artist.
a Toronto
That's what we
artist.
like.
Yeah,
Artist.
bro.
Word?
Fuck
Yeah.
with that.
It's hard to like. I think about it all the time. I don't know what to
Yeah, no barriers,
categorize
man.
like. There's no point of categorizing.
There's no point in
myself.
categorizing yourself as something. Then when you do something else, people are like, "What the fuck? He's a rapper."
Yeah, like
he's not
pick
a
one. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, like
fuck
when I
that, man.
first started rapping, people would say like, "Oh, just stick to producing, right?"
Yeah.
When I would just tell them, "Yo, I'm gonna rap," right?
That is literally Kanye's story, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Stick
they're gonna
to
tell you stick to producing. Like
Yeah.
every producer knows that. I promise you, they'll
Yeah,
tell you
bro.
that. They've heard that. Stick to
Mm.
producing. Like,
Word.
come on, man. Nah.
No one heard it worse than Dr. Dre from Ice Cube,
Oh,
though.
for sure. For sure. Yeah.
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 You ever gotten rap beef?
Nah. Yeah.
Damn.
No rap beef shit. No rap beef shit. I don't
Word,
actually.
shut up,
I
shut
can't
up.
talk about
We spread
that.
love.
man.
We spread love.
How do you feel about rap beef? Let's hear about that. That's
It's-
always a hot topic, and I think it's a fun thing to talk about.
It's
But-
healthy in small dosages.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's
To
healthy.
keep the crowd entertained also, you know what I mean? With those
Exactly.
back and forth diss
That's where it
tracks.
started.
Like eventually it gets into just bickering, you know, and it just
Yeah, that's
eventually
what I don't fuck
you know,
with,
it eventually
man.
becomes dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fuck all that.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
if it's about the bars purely,
Then that's
How
beautiful.
do you feel
That's good.
about Drake and like
Pusha
Pusha
T.
T's beef?
Where's your boy now, bro? Where's your boy now, bro?
Okay, let me say this. I can't say anybody lost that one.
out, dog.
I can't say. What do you guys think?
Pusha T body.
Yeah, no, Pusha.
You are hiding a child.
Yeah, like he was.
Is that what you're talking about? Like that's where it's getting dangerous. Like when you start saying shit like that.
See, nah, that's kind of wild, bro. That's kind of wild, bro. Like, and the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that, I'm like, yo, if Drake actually has a kid though, holy shit. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, holy shit.
And then he actually had a kid, and he was like, oh fuck.
Like it makes the track that much better. You know what I mean? It makes the track better. Now I'm like,
but I won't lie, man. What was the first diss track, the one Drake sent? That be freestyle. Sonically, that shit was beautiful.
That's a good song. Like, you know, that was a good song. I like that song.
If Pusha, I don't want to say this, but like, I don't know, if Pusha almost didn't have that like spice on him, Duppy might have been better. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that Pusha's spice, right? Just the way he executes his bars.
And he's just.
What I meant by spice actually is like if he didn't have the juice on Drake about the baby.
Oh, the inside information.
Yeah, the inside news. Yeah,
the scoop.
People might have preferred Duppy freestyle a bit better.
If he didn't say that kid line.
Yeah. There would have been like a nice 50-50. Yeah. But the kid line, everyone was like, oh shit, Drake. Yeah, Drake. Like, and then Drake was like, okay, guys, I have a kid. And you're like, no, Drake, you lost.
Like, fuck, bro.
Even that Border Patrol line, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Pusha T comes with those, man.
Pusha T is like, he's a little too disgusting.
You know, I think he came up off of battle rapping, actually.
He's just dirty like that, too.
Nasty,
like,
bro.
And you
cocaine rap, bro.
Yeah, that cocaine.
I saw him at a really small show in Ottawa. There was like 200 people there. And like, I just figured like, he was like president of good music at this time. Like, I don't even know why he was here, but like just the most, like, I was sitting there, I was like, this guy's fucking mean. Like, just like, this guy hates us.
He was being an asshole?
No, he was just like, just the way he spits, bro. It's just like the dirtiest, grimiest.
Yeah,
like,
it's grimy, yeah.
It's so,
Pusha's top 5 to me, bro.
I love Pusha T. He's a great artist.
You know Freddie Gibbs?
Freddie Gibbs and
Freddie Gibbs. They just dropped their new album. There's a Pusha verse on that. It's also pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty
good. On the way up here.
Good album.
Freddie Gibbs. I should give him a chance.
Moving on. Slim Dinero. Close boy of yours.
Shout out broski.
How did that relationship form, man? That shit is sick.
This guy's my broski before the music. Before the music, man. Like, this is like, we've been knowing each other since elementary, right?
Yeah. He's in Ajax Mans too, yeah?
Yeah. I like, we just, you know, like me and Slim always connected, you know what I mean? We've always been like dogs. And then
that's hype, man.
Music came and I started producing. He started rapping. Like,
he started doing this shit first. Like,
Butter and Jam at that point.
Literally,
bro.
Like, you know, fuck it. He's like, this guy's asking me for beats and stuff. Like, how could I, I can't.
How much, is he older than you?
Nah.
He's your age.
Slim's younger than me, guys.
Damn.
Wow. Slim is younger than me, guys. Let me just clear that.
Like a 99?
Right? Slim is a 99.
The truth is out.
Guys, I'm a 98.
Once 6 Buzz gets a hold of this, it's game over.
I love you, Slim.
So
no, we're big fans of Slim also.
Yeah, so you started producing with him.
Yeah.
Or for him.
Yeah.
And then did he turn and kind of be like, why don't you hop on this beat, bro?
Actually, what had happened was I was just started recording, right? I made the Trust the Process beat, and the same day I recorded the hook, right? I'm like, yo, this is fucking hard. Like, this is hard. And then Slim was already coming to my crib to record something for something else, right? He was already coming over. He's like, all right, I'm going to record something, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, say no more. And he came, and I'm like, all right, before you record though, right? Just listen to this hook. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
He hears the hook, and no word of a lie, Slim didn't even record the song. He came to record that.
Yeah, that's how you liked it.
That's beautiful.
I was hoping that way that
happened. It just happened. It was so organic. Like, he just came, said, let's do this, man. Fuck it.
So, you did a whole project with him.
Yeah.
And did you executive produce that? Like, are all those your beats?
Every single one of them.
That's
every
I like that. Bro. I like that. I do. My favorite song off the whole album.
Appreciate it.
That's a really...
Got the video.
You kill the hook, bro. You kill the hook.
I love
even Slim came with the bars also, man.
Yeah, he comes with those, man. Bro. Slim is a
talented man.
He's talented. The stuff this guy has hiding in the vault right now, man. The Slim drop.
Man, why do these artists hold their shit, man? Especially when they up and coming. Don't you think they should like overpopulate the market?
I actually get it. It's a perfectionist thing. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're as fans, we don't hear
the process.
You know what I mean? And it's like certain little things that like the artist will catch on to. It's like a blemish on your face that nobody notices, but when you get home and look in the mirror, you're like, how long was that on my face? You know what I mean? Something like that. You know, it's like tiny little blemishes
Spinach
that
in my
only I
teeth.
would notice. You know.
Word. Yeah.
So, he's gaining a fair amount of weight. Like he's like he's
Homie verified, ain't he? Like
no, not yet.
Soon,
my
though.
bad.
Soon.
Yeah.
But he's pretty prominent. I see him. I catch him on Six Buzz often.
Yeah,
but like he just released that new tape, which I've listened to only once. Like I haven't given him enough time, but it's real good. But do you like? I don't know. Would you say that's someone that like just helps you become better too? Like just
Slim
to push
helps
yourself.
me become better
Like a young
all
competition.
the time. Like it's friendly competition.
Yeah,
And
of
it's not
course.
even like me and Slim want to be better than each other. You know what I mean? Because me and him
Y'all
we're in
make each
different
other
lanes.
better.
You know what
Mhm.
exactly? We're in different lanes. Like he's more like a rapping, lyrical. I'm more singing, melodic. You know what I mean? So it's more of the fact of like who's gonna get to where we're trying to get first. You know what I mean? And then whoever gets there first, it's okay. Like you know, it's how it is.
It's just a
Because
very
we just bring it up the next studio. You
Exactly.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whoever gets up first, we're
family.
gonna just you know what I mean. Like
Word.
of course I'm gonna put.
It's a
Slim on.
100%.
happy balance of putting each other on.
Exactly.
So you had a solo track on that album, did you not?
Find us.
Find Us. Yeah, that's it. That song, I like that song too.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was a dope song.
Yeah, it's fine.
How long did Self-Explanatory take to make?
That's a good question.
I
Like, when did it start? Like,
think self-explanatory.
bro, we got to make a tape.
that's it happened after a little after Pretend. We're just like fuck
So
it.
Pretend was kind of like the single.
Yeah, like it was kind of like it started off with Pretend, and we're like
Pretend is actually
fuck
low-key
it,
one of my
you know what I
favorite
mean?
tracks.
I like
Also, man.
Pretend.
Appreciate it, man. I
It's
fuck, like every time I hear it, I haven't heard it in a long time, right? Every time I hear it, I'm like, fuck.
It must
I
feel
love
nice to hear those old tracks again,
I
bro.
love it,
Just
man.
reminisce.
Do you listen to your own shit?
Still fire.
You know, to be honest with you, it almost feels like at this point I make music just to listen to myself, man. Like
That's
to be
sick,
honest
dog.
with you, like,
I mean, it's the passion at the end of the day, right?
Exactly,
Like,
like-
whether you make it off or not, like at least you just get to hear your
I
own
love it.
shit.
Yeah, I
what you
love this.
making.
This is an art to me at the end of
Word,
the day.
bro.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I love.
You're your
I
own
love this
biggest
shit.
fan.
Exactly.
You should be too.
You
I
have
mean,
to be,
you gotta have confidence in yourself.
Exactly.
So getting back to how this started, so you guys did Pretend.
Yeah, and it started off with, and then probably like 2 months after Pretend dropped, that's when we started making. I had the beats for everything already.
Oh,
I was just gonna
dope.
ask,
Yeah.
like, did you have them all on a hard drive, and then you were like, "Okay, let's put these together"?
Make a
It
beat.
was more of like selection. You know what I mean? Like here are these beats. Like what could you make a tape out of? Like
Yeah,
with these
like
beats.
which one fits perfectly to like make a project. Like,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And then then I think what came next was Prove.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, I think Prove came next. I think Proof came last, actually. What am I saying?
Oh, shit.
It was Pretend. Yeah, it was Pretend I Do.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was
Damn,
I
so
Do,
just
yeah.
back-to-back hits.
Yeah,
Stuff like
literally.
that.
It was
Yeah.
Pretend I Do, and then Superstar, and then Rep the Set.
Mhm.
Oh, no. That's a lie. Rep the Set came first, guys.
Oh, shit.
Rep the Set came first. That's my bad.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I'm remembering the whole process, and I'm like, oh yeah, like no, Rep the Set came first,
Mm.
and then like Pretend came first, and then Rep the Set.
That's
and
sick.
then I do, yeah.
So it just all like just piece
Exciting.
by piece,
Piece
came
by
together,
piece,
and you guys
yeah.
just looked at your 7 songs, and you were like, "Let's
Tape.
call this a tape."
Tape,
And
yeah.
just make some cover art,
Fuck
give
yeah.
it a name, and
Exactly.
put this on.
Any
All the
deep
platforms.
definition to the
It's
title?
as simple as that.
Like
Self-explanatory?
Yeah, what's that
like,
mean?
I guess it's self-explanatory.
That's what I was gonna say. That's
My
exactly
bad,
like
man.
literally we sat down and we're like,
Bad.
we're like, yo, we need something that's self-explanatory. And I'm like, self-explanatory, bro. I'm like, you know what I mean? Self-explanatory
Yeah.
works. Like it just
It's like,
makes sense.
whoa.
Everything's self. Yeah, it's like people are gonna listen to this tape and ask us like about the tape. I'm like, it's self-explanatory.
Word.
know what
Everything
I
you
mean?
need to know, it's in there.
In there, yeah,
It's in
exactly.
there.
Do you see more collaboration tapes with them?
Like me and Slim?
Yeah, like full tapes of you guys going like on 2
Oh,
songs
nah.
here.
Me and Slim, probably gonna be solo for a long.
Ah,
Probably
word.
probably for another like couple of videos or so. But me and Slim
Word.
will definitely collab soon.
Yeah,
for
still
sure.
producing for each other.
I like
Should,
it.
drop
Y'all
a drop a hook.
Yeah.
Y'all two together are nice. I like
For
that.
sure.
That
We're-
sounds nice.
Dynamic
It's a dope
duo.
combo, bro. Yeah.
Dynamic duo, but
It's almost on that. It's like Dynamic doing like 21 and fucking Metro. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's
Like
a
the
big
boys.
dynamic. Like we know, but it's like we don't. we'd rather separate now. So it's like later on to our careers, nobody says this, nobody says that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And more so too for yourselves, right? It's important now at a young age to make sure that you're exploring everything on your own, right?
Exactly.
Because you don't want to be
stuck
Trappy and Slim and then have to do everything together. And then perhaps one of you gets a break on something that the other doesn't. And then one of you guys are hurt.
You each have your own goals and motives,
exactly.
man.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, means to know what it is between us. Like we're family before music. You know
100% family before business,
exactly.
man.
So that kind of segues nicely into like what I just want to, like our last little set of questions here, but we just want to talk about your future.
So future, my man.
What do you see for it? We're gonna come back to that question about in a year's time. What do you want? You said couple videos, a
whole tape,
yeah. So 5 years from now, what do you want?
5 years from now, I gotta be
close those eyes.
I gotta be
dream big.
I gotta be 3 Grammys deep, baby. I gotta be 3 Grammys deep, 3 of them. I need to be 3 Grammys deep.
That's
I need
heavy.
to be.
You care about the Grammys, man? You know these Grammys don't bless the real ones, bro.
Let me tell you why I care about the Grammys. Into like that, I don't care about it in the essence of I'm a winner. You know what I mean? It's just to me, it's
acknowledgement.
Like it's acknowledgement. You know what I mean? It's almost like once I win that first Grammy, to me, you guys might even see me cry, man. 'Cause it's like to me, I don't win shit. Man. That's what it feels like. You know, I don't win anything. It's like if I had to win that,
it's also just like. That platform, man, like
once you know you win a Grammy, it's like
you'll never be forgotten, dog.
Like you know what I mean? No one could ever
Grammy award-winning artist,
boom,
Trapstrrr.
So is that the motivation?
That's a ring to it. You know?
It's like when you get a PhD, you're not Mr. Balser, you're Dr. Balser.
Exactly.
This guy's dad's legit a doctor, so he's just flexing.
It's like you don't go by Mr. Your Grammy Award. You're not just a rapper anymore. You're Grammy Award-winning rapper, Trapstrrr, right?
Exactly.
So that's the main motive.
It's the main. It's like the main. I wouldn't say Grammy, but acknowledgement. You know what I mean? Like I already, because I feel like I already know what I'm good at. You know, I know my capabilities. I feel like
100%, and you know what you're gonna get better at.
Exactly. Is that what I need to improvements? You know, all of that stuff.
Would that be your I made it moment?
That's my I made it moment. Actually, I have 2 I made it moments. That and there's gonna be a moment. I tell all my friends, there's gonna be a moment where I'm standing in this like 50-floor condo with like a floor to ceiling, wall to wall window. You know what I mean?
And you're gonna be looking out.
Just looking out. Shit. I did it, bro. Shit.
So
even like shows, dog, you know what I mean? Like just having packed shit.
50,000, you know, that's what I'm like.
I made it.
So I recently I was recently just downtown Ottawa and this guy came past me and he's like, I know you. And I was like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I know you from that podcast. And I was like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Best believe I'm from that podcast.
I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you're funny as fuck. I was like,
sick.
Make me blush you, man. Do you get those?
Of course. And it's like, it never, every single time, it never like, it's like the same thing. I'm like, whoa, like, you know, I'm like, holy fuck, like, it to me humbles me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for real.
I'm like, I've had kids shaking, meeting me, like, shaking.
Take photos with kids and shit.
Yeah, like, it's like, to me, I'm like, that's so humbling. Like, there's people who would do that to me, kid. You don't even know that. And like,
that's amazing, dog.
So, have you done shows?
Yeah,
You do shows?
I've done 2 shows.
Whereabouts?
The same place, Rum Diaries in Ajax.
Okay.
Just a little, like, a little lounge, yeah.
Because, like, that's where I assume majority of the income would come from, you know what I'm saying? Shows and shit. Yeah. So, is that what you're working on at all? Or is it mostly still just getting the music out first?
It's mainly working on promotion and all stuff. Yeah, promotion's
getting the name a bit
definitely,
louder.
like, promotion, you want it. Promotion matters. Every number counts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, these streams matter, man.
Damn,
like, that's it's big, man. Like, it's like your fans are your liability, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Or your asset. You know what I mean? It's one or the. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
We're lucky to have these streams, bro. You know what I mean? It used to be hard copy shit.
Exactly. You have to have somebody not paying a subscription. Somebody actually buying your music.
Going to the store looking for a Trapstrrr.
Like the radio is only acquired if you buy a radio or you're in a car or something.
Exactly.
Like now you can put your shit out and it's just at the hands of essentially 7 billion people with a phone in their hand, right? That just begs my next question of what's driving your train? Is it passion? Is it money? Is it dreams of being...
Let me tell you.
Like what's keeping you moving, bro? What's keeping you standing?
Straight. This is for everybody out here. You know what keeps me moving? Seeing my mom pay bills. That's what keeps me moving. If I can see my mom like not working, like my mom, my pops, just like these guys are immigrants from Ethiopia. You know what I mean?
Word.
They come from nothing.
Respect.
If I could show them something, like that's my
beautiful.
drive. You know what I mean? Of course, I have a love for music. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Like I love music, right?
But it's bigger than this.
And the fact that it can take me out of this whole whatever, like it can end this curse. You know, it almost feels like a curse. Like that, like it's a beautiful thing. That's how I see it.
It's a proving ground almost. Like it's something that you can do and make people recognize you for doing something that's not as traditional as a normal job, right?
Yeah, like being a lawyer, being like, which is, I can't knock that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By all means, do that stuff.
do your own thing.
Yeah, but I love this, right? Yeah. And it's like, if I get paid for it, it's a
win-win,
man.
It's a win-win. Like, and also that feeling when you buy your mom a new crib.
You know what I mean?
Whip,
that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Like that feeling, like nothing could ever take that feeling away from me if I could do that.
I bet you that's when you're walking around with like your chest puffed up.
That's when I'm going to be walking my chest high for sure. Like,
that's the I made it moment,
exactly.
Man.
Buy your mother a house, guys. And if you can do that, you can walk with your chest high.
So, last question on, well, we're kind of just wrapping this up here in a bit, but last kind of big question of like, what do you have a plan for your future? Like for the next year, perhaps, do you have a plan? Like what?
The whole plan right now is definitely to get a new studio, to get a really nice studio.
Where are you recording now?
I record in the basement.
Fuck, I owe you a soda.
I record live in the basement.
Nice.
Everything's in the, everything's organic. Like everything comes from the house. Like everything comes from the house.
That's where we did like an interview with Brandon Anthony not long ago.
You guys did it in the basement?
Yeah, and his home studio.
Oh, that looks sick though. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sick.
His studio's dope.
It's a nice. I was like, there's a kind of our joke. I was like, so your parents like care that they don't have a spare bedroom now? He's like, it's a nice like spare, like,
there's
it's a nice
window,
studio. Yeah,
a whole booth and everything.
He's got like a closet with like a booth cut out, like, and he and his like pops did all the work.
Proof shit.
Have you ever recorded there or anything?
I haven't. Brandon, get me in. Now, honestly, he tries to get me in, and I just always like it's. Either I'm flopping or he's flopping, and it's like we love each other, but like shit,
you just cannot. It just never works.
It just never happens. Yeah.
Well, this is what Down the Beat's here for, and we want to see a team up between Trapstrrr and Brandon Anthony now.
I didn't even know y'all knew each other like that. Actually,
bro, I fuck with Brandon. That's why I was my boy too. We all know each other.
Yeah, bro.
Brandon Moore, Wordle, bro. Come on, shout out Wordle, shout out Brandon Moore, shout out Brandon.
All the way back to the stomping grounds.
Yeah, man.
The dirty old Ajax.
Fuck all those guys. The dirty Jacks. The dirty Jacks, man. The dirty Jacks.
We're Down to the Beat exclusive. You're gonna hear it here first. We'll break the song.
Don't forget
Brandon Anthony, Trapstrrr.
We'll give you guys an exclusive.
We'll be like the 6 Buzz posting the minute-long clip.
We got you. For sure.
Alrighty, so we're coming down to really the end of our time.
Okay.
We're gonna give you we're just gonna ask you a couple little questions here at the end, just to kind of make sure we know where you are, who you are. Make sure we don't leave out anything. So first of all, social media, where can we find you? You
can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Trapstrrr. That's Trap. Star with no A's and 3 R's.
Boom. There we are. And where can I find your music?
Yeah, we noticed
this is something that I found Like Me on Apple Music, and then everything else on and self-explanatory. Sorry, is on Apple Music, but then the rest of it's like SoundCloud and just piecing it together.
Yeah, we noticed that you also don't really have like a page for Spotify. You know what I'm saying?
Spotify page is live.
Oh,
it's
for
live.
real?
Spotify page is live. Apple Music page is live.
Where we got the Apple one?
It's really all it comes down to is the 3 A's and the no R. I mean the 3 R's no A. Like I think people just actually put Trapstrrr. You know what I mean? Or people just
they forget the A.
Exactly. I feel like if you guys actually want to search on my music, you guys have to like search it up. Title like
it's almost like
just
that
for
6
now,
black
you know
guy,
what I mean?
like 6 lakhs.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Some of that.
So they'll get it, bro. They'll get it.
So eventually, when people just start streaming my music a lot more, it'll
pop up. Yeah. On iTunes, it pops. When I just type trap, I see the star. Exactly. Just know it's out there, bro.
It's also because I've been jamming it a little bit.
That's okay. Appreciate that.
So, one last question: why should people listen to you?
Listen to me. Because my music's fucking good, guys. It's fucking good. Come on, guys. Listen to me.
And he's confident.
Come on, guys. I'm hitting you with that. I'm hitting you with the sauce. Listen to me, please. Listen to me, please. Please, bro.
I need this.
Bro, nah, I'm just playing. Honestly, man, I love making music. If you like my music, listen to me. If you don't, nobody's forcing. There's no gun to you guys' head.
And go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we don't need you.
Go fuck yourself if you don't like my music, man. Fuck you.
No, but I'm a fan of your music for sure.
Appreciate it.
It's something like it's not even just because I'm sitting here with you today. Like it is something
we
I do
jam it,
enjoy.
man.
Like
we out here.
I do comes on at Pre's. Like trust, it comes
Yo,
on at Pre's.
that Pre's, that's you know what's the funniest part is that's what I like really make music for. I was telling some just like a while ago back. I'm like, what you really want is the music that they listen to before they leave the house. You know what I mean?
You don't need a club banger.
Control of,
exactly.
You don't need the club banger.
You don't
just
need the club.
what they want.
They will make that the club banger, and then they'll take it to the club. You know what I mean? You want those. That's
a sick way of looking. I never thought about it like that.
Dope way to look at it.
Alright.
Alrighty. Anything else you want to say, man?
Any quick shout outs, man? You want to give a shout out to any of the boys that we haven't talked about, mentioned?
Shout out the gang. Shout out the whole gang. Shout out squad. Shoot. Shout out. I pretty much shout out everybody during the
just with the gang.
You know,
the gang's everybody.
Yeah, the gang's everybody.
Shout out mama.
Shout out.
You getting that crib soon.
Shout out dads.
Any siblings?
Shout out Robbie.
And anything else you want to say?
Bring back my PlayStation controller.
Shoot. Bro. I'm not who you guys think I am. I'm not an asshole or nothing like that. If you guys ever see me on roads, say hi.
You think that's the stigma of you? You think people think
I
you're an asshole?
I don't know. I feel like people think that.
You're an artist, man. People are intimidated.
I feel you're a nice guy.
That's what I was going to say.
You an hour ago, but I think you're a really nice guy.
I appreciate it, but I feel like people think that I'm like this. They think I'm a rapper. You know what I mean? I'm humble, guys. I'm humble. I will say hi to you guys.
We bleed too, man.
You know exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Promise you. Like say hi, say what up.
Thanks, man.
Word, man. No, shout out Trapstrrr. Huge fucking honor, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the fucking Down to the Beat.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure
doing
to be
this
here.
shit, man.
It's great. Thanks, man. We look forward to everything you got coming in the future.
Yeah.
Being in touch with you.
We'll be spreading the word too, man.
We will be spreading the good word
I love
Trap Lord.
Brandon, we gotta get that exclusive here.
Yeah,
we gotta get that exclusive.
Come on,
here.
Down to the Beat exclusive. Brandon, I know you're watching and listening.
We need the exclusive.
I know it. Alrighty, perfect. Thanks, man. It was a pleasure sitting down with you. Peace out.
Took a couple of years to make his NBA debut, but he has been a force with which to be reckoned, averaging 23.5 points and 11. Paul George named his fifth All-Star team. A foul after the shot released underneath.
Pretender. Girl, you be wildin', girl, I'm after a check. Said I'm a deposit, after you give me the neck. Well, I'ma be honest, girl, I'm fucking your friend. Man, they think they on it, man, they just pretend. Girl, you be wildin', girl, I'm after a check. Said I'm a deposit, after you give me the neck. Well, I'ma be honest, girl, I'm fucking your friend. Man, they think they on it, man, they just pretend.
Girl, I'ma be honest, it really ain't nothing to flex. Just take a look at his pockets, that's why these niggas upset. Trappy came and got it poppin', threw me the beat, said I'm next. Baby girl, I just want sex. I'm from the east, but she came from the west. I met your girl at a function, she told me she loving this stunt shit. I'm a rookie but ballin' like Duncan, I make sure that she follow instructions. Now you mad cause I'm all in the tonguing. It turns out she just needed some love and came in the crib and then we started touching. Opened the Henny and then it got bustin'. All these haters try to switch to my fans now. Hey Boogie, I'm in my bag now. Beating up beats like I'm packed out. Don't let up, so I won't ever back down. No features, it cost like a rack now. I'm chasing a sack now. I need me a sack though. Hit it and slide out the bag though. Girl on the shit like an asshole. I told that girl throw it back more. Shorty just wildin'. Shorty just wildin'.
Girl, you be wildin', girl, I'm after a check. Said I'm a deposit, after you give me the neck. Well, I'ma be honest, girl, I'm fucking your friend. Man, they think they on it, man, they just pretend. Girl, you be wildin', girl, I'm after a check. Said I'm a deposit, after you give me the neck. Well, I'ma be honest, girl, I'm fucking your friend. Man, they think they on it, man, they just pretend. Girl, I'ma be in it for the profits. I'm just getting started, you know ain't nobody stopping me. I know you just tryna start to see money fake like Monopoly. You just mad you was topping me. Ain't talking no money, don't talk to me. We ain't talking a minute, you been working, girl, you know I've been sinning. That's another way of me telling you about the life I've been living. Me and Slim for the taking. My shorty a Jamaican, my side piece a Latina. Got both of them and they wildin'.
Got both of them and they wildin'. I told her cut it with the nonsense. Then I made that shorty pay homage. Don't approach me, nigga, be cautious. She said she don't know better. Guarantee he ain't got no cheddar. His wifey bringing me more cheddar. I swear to God that whole setup. The shorty be wildin'.
Girl, I'm after a check. Said I'm a deposit after you give me the neck. Well, I'ma be honest.